So Joey has recently, he says he wants to rewrite Deshay 2.0. And you came on and said, no, Joey, you're a freaking idiot.
Yeah, I said it. I forget.
I just want to hear this banter.
I would like to hear you state your case on
yeah,
this.
Yeah.
My case is simple. You're going to lose ground. There is an infinity % chance that you will lose ground. Deshay in 1994 is as friendly as we will ever get, ever in the course of time right now. It needs to be enforced better. We all agree with that.
Sure.
But we don't have Orrin Hatch anymore. We don't have the power.
Orrin Hatch didn't write Deshay.
Oh, but he was a high power senator.
Sure.
And he's no longer with us. In my mind, anything that happens since then and now, it is very clear that the pharmaceutical industry has grabbed a lot of influential power.
We're not gaining any ground on anything.
And that's my argument is they have so much power. That would be a doorway for them to smash us.
It is my desire to use this attempt in doing Deshay 2.0 to draw like the final line in the sand.
Well, no, because everything is a work in progress.
I understand, Joey.
But to draw this line, it'd be like, you guys stay on this side. You can use our side, our beautiful natural products and ingredients for drug discovery and good leads, but it is only when you take your mortal human man hand and apply something to it that either increases its absorption, duration, whatever, something that you can make it patentable. But if it's in the natural world, beyond whether it is animal, vegetable, or mineral, but also microbial and fungal and everything else that we didn't mention the first time, if it is in the natural world, it is ours.
I don't disagree with you.
Except for obvious weird shit like toxins and poisons and all that kind of stuff.
Right, and that shouldn't pass the test anyway, right.
So what you're saying...
Everything within proper moderation. And maybe we should carve that out.
I think we all agree on that, but you're saying that there's no point in trying, kind of like it's futile.
If you want to step in the ring with Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan at the same time, you're going to lose. They're going to push you back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even open that door. I agree with you. I'm just saying that you're gonna lose ground 100%.
But I think at the same time,
can you elaborate on that a little bit more? So let's say we do all this guerrilla marketing, we create this grassroots sort of campaign where we get lots of people trying to get involved and get engaged, and then guys like Joey, along with MPA and all these other people, they go and start trying to pay lawyers to write new laws.
Or, at least further clarify the laws do exist.
You're saying this is a bad idea?
I'm not saying
this is delusional.
Okay.
Delusional.
Elaborate,
you know what's
elaborate.
delusional?
Okay, yeah.
The fact that every time a common layperson talks about dietary supplements on the internet, they say they're not regulated.
I agree.
That's fucking delusional.
And we have the 4 pillars of regulation. That they're just wrong. So that's a doorway for them to try to smash us even harder.
My point is, maybe they should smash us a little bit harder with enforcement.
Well, I almost kind of agree with you, Mike.
To clarify what enforcement needs to be and where those lines are, and not these ambiguous things where Howard Miller with Adventure Z can get in some weird little tit for tat battle talking about how a 6% synephrine standardization should be the only thing that's legal whenever they were just trying to stop him from selling fully racemic synthetic synephrine. Like, there needs to be some reasonable common sense kind of legislation.
If you invite legislation, you're inviting a bunch of congressmen who are heavily lobbied by Pfizer et al. And I don't see that ending well. I think people have to agree with me to a point where, like,
I see what you mean.
We have no power.
You're opening a door that you can't close.
All right, so
you're opening. What's that? Mr. Wonderful in the Shark Tank. He's like, you are a maggot or whatever. He smashed you on the ground. Whatever he says. Like, that's what we are. I don't think that we want to open that door.
I think a good enough idea can overcome that.
Well, no. I kind of
maybe I'm like idealistic and fucked in that kind of sense.
Yes, I think you're delusional.
But
I
at
love
the
you,
same
Joey.
time,
You know I love you.
I think if we can unite our people and have something where, in a nice and public way, we do say, yes, indeed, we are in fact regulated. And in case you've forgotten, we were regulated before.
But let's just look
and
historically
steps to do the
Joey,
right thing.
Let's just look
and
historically.
I'm sorry if I'm a fucking citizen of the United States who assumes that their government is going to do the right fucking thing, but I thought this was America.
Well, that's where you fucked up. That's what we're getting at.
Yeah.
Is when they make more laws, they don't create more freedoms for us.
Right. But they can.
Generally new laws.
No, they can't. They literally cannot. They will be taken to the woodshed if they try to do that.
But there's so many things in dietary supplements right now. If I were a real asshole at the FDA, you can't have probiotics. It's not in Deshay.
Then we got to go to court. And I think I see the court system helping us more than anything. Until then, I think we got to just keep on keeping on. Like, I think
we need to have a
So
contingency.
what does that mean though? What do we do? We
Part of this
self-police?
is we have a
self-regulate?
contingency plan in place, like some sort of Deshay 2.0, before we get stomped on even more.
I think what we do is
And we are getting stomped on, and we
we-
need to do something.
we sue on NMN is my, like, this is where the money needs to be spent.
Yeah.
And
For sure.
we make it known that we have to fight every single little thing that they try to
Set
do.
precedents, get organized, and then keep on coming back.
Yeah, and
Okay.
and then if you get beat in courts, then it's time to possibly start resetting, or then we go to other options and stuff. But like if we lose NMN, we could lose a lot of other stuff, and then
I see what you mean.
we
It's
have
a
some
very
issues.
slippery slope.
I think from what. Who knows? Because anything can be compromised. From the way the laws look, I truly do in my heart believe that a good judge
But
would
isn't
agree
this
with
in a
NMN.
weird way like an exploitation of the weaknesses of the law, especially with the drug preclusion and this whole NMN thing? Like this is a chink in the armor of Deshay.
There's things that are not clear because things have changed since 1994.
There's a lot
I
that's
agree.
changed since 1994.
Okay, but if you try to get them clarified, you're going to lose ground. You're wrestling with a sumo wrestler who's just too big for you. Like you're going to get pushed out of the ring. That's why I don't like this. Like
Don't have enough
discussion.
money, don't have enough influence to not have enough organization.
if Pfizer is like, oh yeah, I can get vitamin D all of myself or whatever it is. That
Sure,
example
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, they're going to jump on that, So I don't think we
You don't want to poke the bear.
you don't want exactly.
You don't want to poke the pharma bear.
Correct.
That's what this is doing, though.
But it's not necessarily poking the government bear. Poking the government bear, if it wasn't influenced by pharma, might actually do the right thing.
No, I don't believe that.
I am reluctant to as well.
Yeah. So
It's all about money when it comes down to it. No, we know this. So at the end of the day, you're not going to beat them. They have more money, and they have more money to win and more money to lose.
yeah, there's just so much stuff going on. Like it'll be hard enough to pass this HSA, FSA bill or whatever.
I think that
And-
would be great.
Yeah, but it's going to get attached to some other nonsense that I might not want to support. And that's just
Yeah, I
like,
hate that, how they bundle shit together.
why can't we just vote on one thing at a time?
Right.
Like
Sometimes
Rand
the only
Paul,
way
that's
you
a whole
can
nother thing.
get funded
Yeah.
is through an omnibus
Yeah.
bill.